Happy Sunday, beautiful ladies. Welcome to April's Sips and Tips. It's just my way of offering you some Mary Kay tips to make life easier and a little bit more fun. So hopefully you've grabbed a pen and paper because I've nerded out this last week. There's going to be a lot of information that you're going to want to write down. So in the beginning, when I'm going through everything, hi dog, it'll be a good time to take notes, but don't worry, I will be doing actual demos closer to the end. Okay, so hopefully this won't be too lecture-y, too boring for you. So hope everyone is doing wonderful this Sunday. It's so hot. I love the summer, but I'm so over the summer. I have a fan over here. Hopefully it's not distracting, kind of hot flashing today. So anyway, and I want to start off by saying thoughts and prayers to those in Texas. It's just so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. So hopefully no one has any friends or family affected, but I pray for all of those. So let's get started with tonight's big event, Sipsy Tips. I'm going to be talking to you tonight about how to maximize the results of your skincare. Essentially, pointing out how we are self-sabotaging ourselves. 80% of women use their skincare incorrectly. That's such a profound statistic. And what's even more funny is I was that statistic just recently. That's what prompted this Sips and Tips. I had a couple of people ask me, how do you come up with the themes and the ideas of your Sips and Tips? It's usually because either you've asked a question, but usually it's because I figured something out. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Let me teach my ladies this. So that's exactly what happened. So with anything in life, but with skincare, if we get a blemish, if we get a wrinkle, so hey Jen, if we get a bump or whatever happens, we tend to say it's the product, just doesn't work for me. We tend to always go to the product, right? Or say you've dieted all week. I ate salads this week for lunch, right? Then you hop on the scale and you gain 3 pounds. You're like, okay, this diet did not work for me. Well, you did eat 5 donuts in between. Do you know what I mean? So we're so quick to blame the product or blame whatever it is, instead of stopping and reflecting, did I contribute? Because 80% of the time, it's us. So that's what we're going to go over tonight. I'm going to give you a list of 5 things that we all need to stop doing. Stop self-sabotaging our skincare, because we're aging no matter what. So we want to age like fine wine, right? And so we don't want to help the process. So about a week ago, well, actually about 2 weeks ago, I started noticing this new wrinkle, a line across my forehead. And I'm like, what is going on? I am using my dynamic wrinkle limiter that is specifically for expression lines. And it worked great. When I first started using it, it was working great. Hey, Josephine. But I started noticing this new wrinkle and I took a picture. Can y'all see it across my forehead? Look how big that one had got. But look at that new one across my forehead. I started noticing, I'm like, what is going on? My first instinct was, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I got to tell my customers it doesn't work. I'm like, wait a minute. It did work. But I just kind of, put it in the back burner. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going on. Then the next day, I noticed I was getting like flaking on my forehead. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the product. It's the product. I'm not absorbing it. What's going on? Then I realized, light bulb moment, I'm using it incorrectly. That's right. Your Mary Kay consultant, full transparency, I was using this product incorrectly. So the Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter, as you know, is a topical cream that it's just as effective, 75% as effective as Botox, right? Not supposed to say those words out loud, but this is a fantastic product. But what happens when you overuse or incorrectly use a product? You're gonna have negative effects. The ingredient in this is electric daisy extract. And so what happens is when you have a static wrinkle, right? A static wrinkle is an expression line, and then when you relax, the wrinkle is still there. That's a static wrinkle. The dynamic wrinkle limiter will relax that wrinkle. So my face is clean. I just got out of the shower. I've cleansed my face. So here's the demo portion. When it comes to the dynamic wrinkle limiter, this is a treatment. You're only supposed to put a dot, little bitty dot. I'm almost empty. This is how you know I was overusing it. This was a brand new tube when I started my RV excursion. By the way, I'm at home. I'm back in my own bathroom. I'm supposed to use one little dot. Whoop, let's spread it out on where I have my static wrinkles, okay? That's what you're supposed to do. I was bringing it all the way down to here, all the way. I was trying to prevent the 11s because I don't have 11s. I'm thankful, I'm fortunate I don't have 11s. I was smearing it all across my forehead instead of just putting it where I need it. So as a result, it worked too much. It relaxed the skin on my forehead so much that it created a brand new wrinkle. So anyway, I've now been using it correctly. I just took this picture yesterday. Of course, you can see my forehead now. That line is gone just from using the product correctly. So that is what has prompted tonight's Tips and Tips, is to really show you the value of doing it right. More is not better. You know how I say that all the time, right? I say it all the time. But it's completely true. And I hate that I got that new forehead wrinkle because there was a lot of pictures during that week. That's all I saw in those pictures. But I'm glad it happened because now I can actually show y'all the proof of how important it is to use products correctly. Okay, so tonight, the 3 things that we're going to be talking about is over-processing your skin. What happens when you over-processing? Not using products correctly, and I'm going to show you how to use them correctly. And then finally, over moisturizing. Who knew that that was actually a thing? It actually is a thing. Over moisturizing, can't believe it. So those are the things that we're going to go over. I will be talking a lot, but I will be demoing at the same time. So I left my face bare with the exception of my lipstick. Y'all know I love this Empower Pink. By the way, I only have 4 left, so this is my favorite lipstick in the world, so if you need it, let me know. Anyway, so I showed you that dynamic wrinkle limiter. We're going to go over processing, using products correctly, how to use them correctly, little tips to make it easier, and then over moisturizing. Through that, I will be giving you a list of 5 things that we all have got to stop doing. Gotta stop doing these, ladies. Gotta stop doing these. Okay, let's jump into over-processed skin. What does that mean? Essentially, you've damaged your skin barrier from either using harsh products or using them incorrectly, okay? Now, Mary Kay does not have any harsh products, all right? So I can go ahead and tell you that right now. There are no harsh products. However, your technique can make it harsh, meaning you're using a washcloth that's rough. Use a soft, gentle washcloth, which leads me to the first thing. Write it down, ladies, to stop doing. Stop using a rough washcloth. Notice like on this seam right here is really rough. You don't want that on your skin. You want the soft. You can use disposable cotton washcloth. This is what I use, or just use your soft washcloth. Stop using rough stuff on your face. Stop scrubbing. Stop tugging. We need to stop doing all that. It doesn't make your skin any cleaner. It doesn't You're not exfoliating. I've heard that one. Well, I want to use it to really scrub everything up. No, you are causing damage to your skin. So stop it. Number one, stop using rough washcloths. Stop tugging. Stop pulling, tugging, and scrubbing. Knock it off. Over processing. So using your products incorrectly. What happens? How do you know if you have over processed skin? You've got red skin, you have irritability, you have irritations, you have dry flakiness, you have sensitivities, you have breakouts, you have a dullness, you have new wrinkles like I had on my forehead. And here's a really good sign of over processing. You have pilling, P-I-L-L-I-N-G. Who knew that y'all were in school tonight? I'm spelling these words. But pilling. Pilling is a process of when the product that you put on, like my dynamic wrinkle limiter, you put the product on, but instead of absorbing in the skin, it sticks to itself and it gets clumpy and flaky, and then once it dries, it just flakes off. If you have seen flakiness, you're like, what is this? It didn't absorb into my skin. That is pilling. It's not absorbing. Now, this is not a skin condition. This is improper use of your skincare. However, there is a condition, if you're menopausal, like I am, with the lack of estrogen, it slows down your absorption rate. So it may take a little bit longer for things to absorb. But if you notice any like flaking or sloughing off of your actual product, that's pilling. And you need to reevaluate the actual technique. So that's pilling. All right, so how do we prevent it? Step 2, use correctly. That's how you prevent over processing. I'm going to show you. So you know how we always think more is better, more is better, more is better. And you can over process your skin. Here's another example, because y'all know I like analogies. A banana. A banana's so good for you, right? Oh my goodness, they're so good for you. Eat 5 of them. See what happens. Girl, you gonna get diarrhea. Your potassium's gonna go up. It's no longer healthy for you, right? So moderation, right? There's a reason why we have serving sizes. There's a reason why we have dosages on medications, because it's designed to work in a precise manner. Here's a fun little fact. Mary Kay holds this accolade. Mary Kay corporate employs the most scientists and dermatologists out of any skincare and cosmetic company in the world. That is a true fact. It's fantastic. They have the most. So they study this. They do this for a living, and they tell you how much to use for a reason, to prevent overuse and pilling of products. All right. So when it comes to using correctly, kind of like medications, Jennifer, I know you're watching too. You can understand this. It's my nurse coming out. But when it comes to your actual product, you need to use it at the right time, the right amount, and the right location. Don't just think that, well, you know what, I'm gonna put a little bit over here. You gotta look at the action. That's what I was doing. I was using my dynamic wrinkle limiter to prevent a wrinkle, but it created one. That's not what it was for. So, and I was overusing it. So I don't want you ladies to do that as well. All right, so using it correctly, the right time, the right amount, the right location. You know when you bake a cake, it's layers, right? So you have your dry ingredients that you mix first, your wet ingredients, and if you throw them all in together and do a dump cake, it's gonna come out okay. It's gonna be a little sticky, maybe a little gummy. It's not gonna be that moist, flaky, yummy cake. There's layers to it. Or what if you're in a rush, you're in a hurry, the cake comes out, it's like, whew, I'm in a hurry, I cannot wait until it cools. I'm just gonna go ahead and icing it. You know what, it'll be good anyway, it doesn't matter. Your cake is hot, you put frosting on top, what happens? Your frosting melts. because you layered incorrectly. You didn't wait the appropriate amount of time. It's the same with skincare, all right? So certain products, usually each step, if you're using multiple products, each step usually takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute to fully absorb into your skin. And then you can move on to the next step. However, there are some products that actually take a little bit longer. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to do some demos for you. I've already washed my face. I use my cleanser. When it comes to cleansers, all right, the right time is twice a day, morning and night, right? The right amount is actually a quarter size, okay? And let me show you a demo because you see how it's kind of in a line? I like to use my finger as a guide, okay? So you're really only gonna use that much. Now, you're probably saying, well, that's not a quarter, but it's also thick. If you actually spread it out evenly, you can see it is a quarter size, okay? That's how much cleanser you need. That's it. That's all you need, right? You don't need any more. If you use more cleanser, you're not cleaning more, you're rinsing more, right? And what else are you doing? You're wasting it, just like I hate to waste it. I'm actually gonna save it. You're wasting it. Don't waste it, ladies. All of Mary Kay's cleansers will last you for 4 months, twice a day. 4 months, that's it, using the right amount. So it'll save you money by using the right amount, right? You're not cleaning anymore. You're just rinsing more, right? And you're wasting money. Don't waste your money, honey. Don't do it. Don't do it. Quarter size for your cleanser. Now, after your cleanser, you don't have to wait a certain amount of time to go to your next step. You can immediately go to the next step. The next step in your skincare routine, and it's one of the stop doing, is exfoliating. After you cleanse, the next step is exfoliation, but the stop over exfoliating. Let me say it one more time. Stop over exfoliating. Exfoliation is, we have trapped dead skin cells, right? As we age, of course, like everything else, everything starts to slow down. Now, we extract our dead skin cells naturally. We see it if we get a cut, right? You get a cut, put a Band-Aid on it. When you see it healing, it's healing from the inside out, and that wound goes from this to this to this to this, because it's actually sloughing off the dead cells, and underneath is making room for the new skin cells. So our skin naturally does it. However, as we age, that process of natural exfoliation slows down a little bit, and dead skin cells gets trapped in our pores. We have 20,000 pores in our face alone, the most highly concentrated of pores of any other place in our body, right here on our face. So we get trapped dead skin cells. When you get trapped dead skin cells, what happens is you get dull. So dull. You don't have like a shiny, pretty glow. You get dull. And it clogs your pores. Your pores get bigger. They look yucky. So that's why you need to exfoliate. So what's happening when you use an exfoliator, like this is the Microdermabrasion exfoliator. I use it in the morning. I keep it in my shower 3 times a week. That's it. No more than 3 times a week. I have a schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when I exfoliate. Why? Only 3 times a week, you ask? It's to allow for the new regeneration of new healthy cells. You need that process to naturally happen. So when you remove the old, it's making room for the new. But if you do it every single day, you're over exfoliating. You're not allowing the natural time process for the new healthy skin cells. Does that make sense? So that's why you need to stop over exfoliating. Now, if you're thinking, well, honey, I don't even exfoliate. Here's an analogy for you. You got on a pair of pantyhose, but your legs are dry. So you keep your pantyhose on, but you put lotion over your pantyhose. Where's the lotion gonna go? In your pantyhose. That's what happens to your skin if you don't exfoliate. The products are just being soaked up in the dead skin cells. So it's not actually working. You're wasting your money. Then you might as well not even use it if you're not gonna exfoliate, okay? Does that make sense? So stop over exfoliating 3 times a week. And the amount, nickel. Nickel size is all you need to exfoliate. More is not better. All right. Next step in your skincare routine, we've cleansed, we exfoliated. The next step, if you have them, are serums. So serums typically take about 30 seconds to 1 minute to absorb. However, there's 2 products that Mary Kay has. It actually takes 2 to 5 minutes to absorb. Oh my goodness. So, where are they? Vitamin C, this is the replenishing vitamin C and E serum. Vitamin C and retinol. These 2 serums need more time, all right? Y'all know how I feel about the replenishing vitamin C and E serum. This stuff is amazing. Not only does it even out your skin tone, it brightens your, do y'all see how bright my face is? It's this serum. Do you know what else it does? It firms. It firms your skin. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. However, because of the vitamin C, it takes just a little bit longer to fully absorb. So, using our principles of using correctly, right? The right time is after we've cleansed, after we exfoliated, if it's an exfoliating day. So that's the right time. The location, all over our face. You can use the serum all over your face and your neck. And the right amount. So serums are a pea size, okay? That's your serum. However, Mary Kay will sometimes give you an indicator. Do y'all see the little indicator? So it's telling you, pump it until you get to that indicator. It also tells you how long the serums will last. Serums are going to last you 6 weeks, all right? If used correctly, twice a day. So I'm gonna go 4 pumps will get you to that line. Got my serum. Now, you're probably thinking, April, you're crazy if you think I'm gonna wait 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes before my next step. Are you kidding me? I've got time. I gotta get to work. I gotta get the kids fed. Like, I don't know what kind of language you're speaking, right? Let me show you. We need to reevaluate our routines. We're women, honey. We can multitask. We need to start bundling. You got your vitamin C on. Now is the perfect opportunity. What else do I got to do today? You know what? I'm going to brush my teeth. Got my serum going. Shh. Now I'm going to brush it. We get in that routine of we've got to do everything from start to finish. Now I can do the next one. Knock that off. You want this vitamin C and E to work its magic. So give it the time it needs. So brush your teeth. That's 2 minutes. Here's another thing you can do. You're going to put, look, it's summertime. You got your shorts on. You got maybe sleeveless. Moisturize. Put your lotion on. Got my vitamin C. It's working its magic. Going to put my lotion on during that time. Go get a cup of coffee. Make you a drink. We do not have to go back to back to back to back. We don't have to finish our skincare, then move on to the next. No. Know what you're putting on your face. Know how long it takes to absorb. Go get dressed. Maybe you haven't gotten dressed yet. Bundle your skincare with all the tasks that you have to do in the morning. You don't have to actively stand here. Well, I'm at a minute. All right, let's just say, no, do other things. Remember when I did the 23andMe challenge, right? I do the steps in between the skincare. This is what I do. I do all my tricep stuff. I do my biceps. I do my squats. I do all those. Whatever you choose to do, you want to allow the time it needs to work its magic. Otherwise, you might as well not even use it, right? You're spending the money. You might as well use it correctly. Here's a little telltale. How do you know that it's been absorbed? This is how. You ready? Oh. It's smooth. It's not sticky. It's not tacky. I got a little bit of tackiness right there. So maybe right there, just a little bit longer, right? Let me go get more coffee, right? Let me put more lotion on, whatever case. That's how you know it's fully absorbed. What happens if I ain't got time? I'm rush, and I want to go to my next step. Do you know what's happening if you go right into your next step? You've now diluted. You've diluted that serum you just put on your face. And when you dilute the product, it loses its effectiveness. You might as well not even use it. So that's another stop doing to write down. Stop rushing your skincare routine. Stop rushing, ladies. Note that your vitamin C, it needs some time. Time for go to coffee. Maybe you gotta go take a poop. Like whatever it is, right? Just note, I want my vitamin C to work its magic. I'm gonna give it the time it needs. So stop rushing, stop rushing. If you truly are in a hurry, if you're truly gonna be late for work and you don't have time, then don't even put it on because you're wasting that money. I don't want you to waste it. I don't want you to use the product incorrectly and then have to order more because you ran out. I don't want you to do that. I want you to use it correctly so you can get the results that you want. Have you noticed a change every single time I put the replenishing vitamin C and E serum on? Look how bright and vibrant my skin looks. I love this stuff. So give it the time it needs. But this is how you know. Smooth, not tacky. All right? Now we're moving to the next step. I'm still in the serums. Right time, right amount, right location, right? Lifting serum. I have it upside down because this has the indicator, right? I'm at the empty. If you put it upside down, you can get at least another week in it. This is supposed to last, this will last you for 6 weeks, but if you turn it upside down, it will last you 7 weeks. That's the truth. Anyway, lifting serum. Your lifting serum, the right time is after you cleanse, after you exfoliate, that's where serums come. If you have multiple serums that you are using, like I did, right? You use thinnest to thickest. So the vitamin C and E is the thinnest. The lifting serum is a little bit thicker. So that's why I'm using that next. The right amount. Notice how I said the pea size. There's also directions on the back. Again, the scientists and the dermatologists at Mary Kay, they know what they're doing. The instructions say, just like your prescription medications, 2 pumps. 1, and I'm officially out. There it is. 2 bumps. What's this lifting serum for? This lifting serum is for the triangle of youth. That's what it's for. It's to firm up and lift the cheeks, the jowls, to give you that definitive jawline, and the turkey neck. I tell you that because that's where you put it. Don't put it anywhere else. Don't put it on your forehead. I've seen people who are like, girl, I'm going to put this all over. Your forehead is not drooping. Your cheeks, your chin, and your turkey neck. That is where your lifting serum goes. So put it where it goes. 30 seconds to 1 minute. Serums, with the exception of vitamin C. Vitamin C, it needs almost 5 minutes. But you can instantly tell. Why? Because it's smooth. Again, let's bundle. I'm going to go refill my coffee. I don't want my turkey neck anymore, so I'm going to give it the time it needs. Get you a cup of coffee. All right, next step is eye cream. See my pea size? The eye cream is half that. So full transparency, I do not do well. I over moisturize my eyes. I do. So what happens if you over moisturize your eyes? The Time-Wise Repair eye cream, what does it do? It firms, it lifts. Remember how this lid used to go all the way down? If I overuse this, I actually kind of have a really big, it's a really big lid. And I laughed the other day, I'm like, ooh, girl, you put too much of the eye cream on. But let me show you. It comes with this little applicator, and you need half a pea size. You just squeeze it out. That's all you need, especially in the daytime. If you're going to be wearing mascara or eyeliner, you don't want to oversaturate your eyes because it will make your makeup run. It just will. It just will. Because it's uber hydrating. Remember, we have a different moisturizer for our eyes than we do our face because we have no pores around our eyes. Pores are for natural moisturization. We don't have no natural moisturization. That's why you need a specific formula for your eyes. If you use this formula all over your face, girl, you're gonna be greasy. Too much moisturizer. But the moisturizer for your face that's created for pores is not enough for your eyes, all right? But this is all you need. And I like to dot it because you wanna go all the way around. See how I've dotted it? That's all you need. That is all you need. 4 months, gonna last you 4 months. And then use the applicator because it has that cooling effect. It's got magnesium in the tip. You just glide it on, right? Because we don't want to use our fingers. We're so hard on our skin. Stop tugging, which was number 1, right? Stop using rough cloths, stop scrubbing, stop tugging, and using the applicator. I just squeeze it out and then I dot. And you even see I did just a little bit too much. That's all you need. The right time, the right amount, the right location. Now, some people moisturize their face first and save their eyes for last. That's okay. I like to do my eyes before my face because what happens when you do your moisturizer, you're gonna naturally go this way. I want my eye cream on my eyes first before I go to my moisturizer. But only a half pea size, lady. That's it. That's all you need. More is not better. More is not better, right? All right. The last step and the last principle of the 3 principles I've gone over, which is over-processing, not using our products correctly, and the third one is over-moisturizing. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. I did not know that there was such thing as over-moisturizing. How can you be over-moisturized? What does that even mean? Like, well, let me tell you. Over-moisturizing is exactly how it sounds. You're using too much moisturizer. But what happens? What does that really mean? So our pores on our face will make oil to keep our skin hydrated. If you are excessively using your moisturizer, if you are using more than the recommended amount, which is the nickel, yep, that's it. If you're using more, it's gonna tell your pores, ooh, ooh, I can't make any oil. We got too much happening here. Got to shut down the plant. The plant is shutting down. I'm not making any more oil. And so what happens? You get dry. You can over moisturize and then the flip side happen, you get dry because you've used too much moisturizer. Oh my goodness, who would have thought that over moisturizing would lead to dryness? So if this is speaking to you, if you know, girl, I got dry skin, it's gonna soak it up. I'm gonna just lather it all up. If this is speaking to you, and then closer to the end of the day, you're like, oh, I'm so dry. I gotta add more moisturizer. You are over moisturizing. You're self-sabotaging. You are over processing. You're not using it correctly. So take a moment and every day use the right amount. the nickel size. So let me show you. If you're using the Time Wise Repair cream, the day or the night, it comes with a nifty little pump, right? You squeeze it and it gives you the perfect amount. Looky there. The nickel size amount. That's all you need. This is the day cream. I'm not going to put it. I'm going to save it for tomorrow for the sun. I use the oil-free moisturizer because I'm an oily girl and because it's summer. But this is all you need. That's it. Do my wipe and sweep. Wipe and sweep. Wipe and sweep. That's all you got to do. Just a nickel-size moisturizer all over your face. You gently smooth it on. Now, for as far as waiting is concerned, you need to wait about a good minute before you put your SPF on or your makeup because you want the moisturizer to moisturize your skin. If you mix it with something else, if you go to your sunscreen, you're diluting the sunscreen. You're not allowing the moisturizer to moisturize the layer of your skin. If you mix it with your makeup, you're actually diluting the makeup and you might actually need a little bit more. And it won't lay as well, all right? So now would be a good opportunity to refill that coffee, maybe do some more exercises, but really only about a minute. How do you know? How do you know if you really have enough? Again, all signs is see your skin. Your moisturizer should not make you shiny. You shouldn't be tacky. You shouldn't be goobing it up to where you can't scratch them because you're too greasy. I know even if you feel like you have dry skin, totally get that. You want to add more. But you're sabotaging your own skin because the pore department's gonna shut down and you're gonna be dry by the end of the day. So use the right amount, and this is how you know. See, I'm not shiny. I'm not greasy looking, right? I'm soft and smooth because it's the right amount at the right time, the right location, and it's properly absorbed. So now I've done all my steps correctly in the right order, and now they're all gonna do their magic, and it's gonna last you all day, 12 hours. All of Mary Kay products will last you 12 hours. That's it. That's what I got for you. So let's go over that stop list because I don't think I said them all. We're going to stop using rough washcloths and scrubbing and tugging our face. Knock it off. We're going to stop using more than what's recommended. I'm going to say it one more time, ladies. And I'm saying this to myself too. Guilty as charged. That's why I'm doing this tutorial. More is not better. Use the recommended amount. Remember, Mary Kay, they employ the most dermatologists and scientists out of any skincare company in the world. That is amazing. They know. And the instructions on the bottle, just like your medication. If you have a headache and it says take 4 Motrin, you're like, I got a really bad headache. I'm going to take 8 Motrin. No, you don't, because more is not better, right? So stop using more that's recommended. We're going to stop over exfoliating 3 times a week. That's it. 3 times a week. Stop over exfoliating because we want that new cell to actually come forward and have the time to bring our new skin cells. We're going to stop rushing. Slow it down, ladies. You're still going to be brushing your teeth. You're still going to be having to get dressed. You're still going to have to be putting lotion all over your body. You're still going to have to make breakfast. You're still going to have to wake the kids up to get them ready. You're still going to have to do all those things that you do in the morning. Just do them in a little bit different order to allow those products to work. It's magic. It's not going to work if you don't do them correctly. It's like salad. If you eat salad, it's not going to work if you're eating the salad with a pound of cheese and about 1.5 cups of ranch dressing. You're not eating the salad correctly. Does that make sense? So do the same with your skincare. So stop rushing. And the final thing is, stop blaming the product. If you're not getting the result that you wanted, do what April did. Like, why isn't this working? Am I doing it wrong? I'm doing it wrong. Because the Academy of Dermatologists have said that 80% of us don't use the skincare properly. 80%, that's crazy. That's a crazy statistic. So stop blaming the product. Start with a self-reflection. Am I doing this correctly? So I have a couple of special considerations. Thick creams may take just a little bit longer. Remember how I said to do the test. You should be silky smooth. You shouldn't be tacky, shouldn't be sticky. Really thick creams may take a little bit longer. Your skin type. If you're oily, may take a little bit longer. If you're super dry, it may take a little bit less. So still be conscious of testing it before you go to the next step. Why? Because we want the cake to cool before you put the frosting on it. We want to layer correctly. The other thing that I want to remind ladies of is with menopause, with the decrease of estrogen, we have absorption issues. It takes a little bit longer to absorb. So if you feel like your products aren't working correctly, you're putting moisturizer on, but you're still dry, it might be a menopause issue, but most likely you're using too much, right? So that's why we're gonna stick to stop over processing. We're gonna use the right amount, the right time, give it the time it needs to work its magic, and we're gonna stop over moisturizing. Who even knew that was a thing, right? So that's your tips and tips for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too lectury, but I hope you got some good information out of it. Because what's most important to me is that you love the skin that you're in. So give the products its due diligence. Use it correctly in the manner you're supposed to use it so you can enjoy those products. For those of you who didn't see the beginning, I was using the Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. Where did it go? Incorrectly. I was using it too much and in places where I didn't have a wrinkle. And it made my forehead sag and create a wrinkle. Less than a week, it's gone because I started using it correctly. The power of using products correctly. So I want you to be able to use your products correctly so you can love the skin that you're in, right? And just changing our daily routine, right? We know we got to brush our teeth. We know we still got to get dressed. We're going to have a cup of coffee. Just kind of change your routine and bundle all the things you have to do to make time for your skincare. So that concludes Tips and Tips. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have something good to take and use and put in your pocket. As always, if you have any questions, you know I'm your personal beauty consultant. You can call, you can text, you can email, you can drop by whenever you like. So love you ladies. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening. And don't forget, love the skin you're in.